Welcome back, everybody. It is another week, and what a beginning to the week it is. I had such a great weekend, and I'll tell you about it on the bonus show. Click the join button below. But anytime I have a great weekend, and I'm just feeling so pleasant, and I've been smelling flowers, and I've been smiling so much, my cheek muscles are sore. I'm so nervous to go back online to see what has happened over the weekend to prepare a show. And of course, there was a lot of just terrible, gross stuff happening that I'll tell you about throughout today's show. But we start with something that made me laugh. I have to be totally honest with you. I laughed so hard at this. And I feel like there's something bad about that. I feel sort of bad about it because the guy in the video gets kind of hurt. But mostly it seems like because he was clumsy. I don't know if it's really any of our fault. So he literally... not like, oh, something backfired, he face planted. He literally face planted. And I've never seen someone put all of the force of their fall onto their face. Where are your arms, sir? He has arms, to be clear. He has arms. He just doesn't use them. So there's tons of protests going on, understandably, in the wake of the horrific murder of Renee Good. And there were a few guys somewhere chanting in favor of ICE and saying God bless Trump. And then this fella right here starts saying slurs at people, the anti-gay slur, and then immediately proceeds to trip and then jump off of a diving board into his face. He jumps off of a diving board into his face. Watch this, okay, podcast listeners? This is a very, very visual experience, but I'll try to describe. If you're watching on Spotify, there is a video version there that you can click and choose to watch, but I'll describe it too if you're just listening to the audio podcast.
Let's go, ICE! Let's go, ICE! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump!
So he's flipping people off. He's saying God bless Trump. He's having a good old time.
Ride your bike, you fucking fag! Go get a job!
So he said, ride your bike, you effing bag, but with an F. And then someone grabs his glasses, which, to be clear, you should not do. Don't take anyone's property, no matter how rude they're being. We don't want these protests to escalate. Peaceful only, of course. Someone steals his glasses. I don't know this gentleman who stole the glasses. I have no responsibility for that. I do have responsibility for laughing at what happens next. And it feels so bad. He hurt his face. And I feel horrible for that. And it's so funny. It looks like a cartoon. What is this? What is Cole doing? Is that it? Okay. My goodness, this is the longest soundbite Cole's ever played. So, listen, I am all about love. Don't steal glasses. Don't scream that people are whatever. Voice your opinion, even if we don't like it. La, 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 la. You know, right? How do you face plant? Literally. Like this. Use your arms, sir. You have them here to catch yourself. He just, tries to bury his head in the cement. Okay. Well, now someone... oh, wait. Did someone trip him the first time? Don't trip anyone. Now he face plants again. I'm very sorry. Where's the video? I'll put the video back. This is... now I feel bad, right? And now his pants are coming down and he's screaming, bag it, but with an F. And he's angry and his butt cheeks are out. This is just terrible. something about that like masculine, hey, Baggett, I'm gonna F you up. Trip. Skirt, all on your face. And then instead of going, all right, I lost today. If you want to win today, please do click the subscribe button. It is free. I appreciate it. We're having fun. These are tough subjects. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want blood coming out of anyone's face. But the scenario here does feel very cartoonish. Please do click the subscribe button if you appreciate what we do. You lost the day. That's just how it goes. When you scream gays in different terms and immediately try to chase after someone, not the best form. He has his running shoes on. I noticed that. He has some nice kicks on. Look at those. Those should sustain a good run. And you immediately trip and use your face like it is a wheel that you've put the parking brake on. You lost. Like that's it. You go home, you call it a day, you go back the next day and you see if you can get a better banter with someone going. Then he keeps trying to run after whoever. I guess they have his glasses. I get that. Give his glasses back. Like, let me remind you. We had that incident in DC. Someone stole our sweaters off of our doorstep. Horrible. My sweaters off of our doorstep. Okay, Jaden's like, I would not wear. He's about to use that term that the guy used. No. I would not use baggy sweaters. Hey. And so I go, oh my gosh, because we'd had this happen. Like Starbucks would be stolen. What? I just get black coffee, an Americano. What are you doing? So we run after them. You've heard the story before, but just to remind you, I'm running. I swing the door open to my face. Thump. Jaden jumps over me. Cole doesn't move. Jaden runs after the guy. We run. We go to the guy. We catch the guy. He's on his bike. He has this big bag of stuff that I had just gotten delivered. And we said, hello, sir. And already I was kind of like, I lost a little bit. Like maybe he deserves to have the sweaters. I slammed the door into my own face. Like, I kind of lost already. But I still was going to try to get the stuff back. Then he says, I'll bring the sweaters back. I put them over in an alleyway. And we said, but that's the bag right there. Oh, but what is this bag? No, that's a different guy's sweaters. He also has really baggy sweater taste. And and I was like, hey, bro, that's not cool for you to say that. And then he said, I'll go get it. And we said, we trust you for some reason. We trust you. And he left with them. Now, what are we going to go file a police report? What are we going to go keep chasing after him? No, we lost. We were idiots. We looked like fools. He steals our sweater bag and I immediately slam the door into my face. And then we trust him to go get we let him leave and we trust that he's going to go get the sweaters even though he has them right there. We lost. So while you shouldn't steal, we gave the victory to the thief in that scenario. Similar thing here. Guys should not steal your glasses. Once you face plant twice, over. It's over. You don't keep running after him.
Hey, get your buddy. Get your buddy. You ran into me. What the fuck? Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
So now you're just shoving people, which, listen, I don't shove people. Again, there's all these rules. If you're misinterpreting my rules, then that's your fault, not mine. And there can be something humorous about something that is sort of bad. But now he's just shoving people. I get it. Like, don't do that, but I kind of get it. You just got totally humiliated. Like, people are filming, and forever there's just going to be you, like, bouncing like a basketball for 2.5 feet. Like, how did you not... Upon, you know how like a nice flat rock across water. After the first 2 skips of your face, why don't you go, maybe I'm going to support my face with my hands. So at that point, you're just upset and you're just shoving people. I get it. Trip his ass! No, not again.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You, dude. What are you doing? Get out of here.
Now, this is why I show you the video, okay? Because a hero steps in. This is what you call a hero. A hero steps in and de-escalates. And that's really what I didn't find any of that funny. I'd prefer everyone go to these events, shout at each other, not touch each other, not trip each other, not steal each other's glasses, and also not forget that other parts of your body can support when you fall than just your face. But really the lesson of this story is look at the guy who intervenes to save the day.
I don't know where they are.
So the guy says, listen, this is a mob of people. He's wearing a Bernie shirt. He says, you look a little bit, you look like you've had a bad day. Because podcast listeners, his face now is just spewing in blood. And that's horrific. Now, he is going to go into a social setting in the next 48 hours, and someone's going to say, what happened to your face? And he's going to say, you should see the other guy. And by the other guy, he's going to mean the pavement. Okay, he's going to mean the pavement. So the hero is going, hey, you look pretty bad. Like, half of your face has red on it. Maybe he's giving the message I gave. Maybe this is where you call it quits. Maybe you get a new pair of glasses. I don't know. I mean, or put in a police report. But you look like you woke up on the wrong side of the pavement. No, that's so mean. I feel bad about that. I'm sorry, sir. And he's flustered, and I get it because he's probably concussed, right? Now, on a more serious note, here's a pastor who had an experience with ICE. Listen to this.
An ICE agent literally came over to me and said, what did you say? I said, I am not afraid, and they pointed a gun in my face. ICE put handcuffs on my hands and put me in a black SUV. And then a few moments later, they came back and they said, are you afraid yet? And I said, no. And then they said it. Well, you're white. You wouldn't be fun anyway. It was then that I knew that this staging, that these ICE raids are really about fear and intimidation.
Of course, there is a correct way to do immigration enforcement. No one's saying we shouldn't have it. They are doing something very different. And they are taking pleasure in, because of the directives from the top. I'm not blaming every single ICE agent, but the directives from the top. They are taking pleasure in these types of militaristic, indiscriminate raids that seek to freak communities out. And that's the only reason you heard, I forget who it was from, but some Trump administration official explained the context of the Renee Good killing by saying agents were going door to door, which is like, what country are we in? Just looking for what? Just looking for immigrants door to door? You think that makes people feel safer? Knowing that if you take issue with it and things get chaotic, you could be just shot in the face? That's definitely not accomplishing a safer community goal. Now, the other thing that was going viral, again, not to take pleasure in anybody's pain, was ICE was getting treated poorly by ICE. And you might be thinking, what? There was a little bit of ICE on ICE crime going on here. And I do mean ICE agents and ice like the frozen water.
Pussy! Fucking pussy!
All right, don't bring pussies into it. I'm so sick of this slandering of pussies. And what is this? You know, it's like, say, loser, you slipped. We're always just bringing pussy into it. So, then another example. These are crazy. Need a little snow boots. Then Tim Pool, in response to the tragedy that we saw, Tim Pool said, "My dad drilled into me my whole life." All right, that's all I need to see. All right. But actually, this is a crazy justification. He said, if you commit a crime, you're responsible for any deaths or injuries that occur after the fact. That's literally not true. That's literally not true. If you commit the crime of, impeding an officer because you don't move your car fast enough, it is not true that you're responsible for whatever murdering anyone wants to do. And also, don't start the post that way. My dad drilled into me my whole life. That's not for us to hear. Tell a therapist. Then you just have these videos of one of the Border Patrol commanders taking a little bathroom break at Target.
All these fucking bums. Fucking bum. You're a bitch. And if your wife is, I'll probably fuck her too. You guys are all bitches.
What did he say? What was these protesters are getting very creative. Let's see.
Fuck her too. You guys are all bitches.
You said your wife?
You're a bitch. And if your wife is, I'll probably fuck her too. You guys are all...
Oh, left your wife because I probably effed her too? Whoa. Wowza.
All bitches. You can't do shit to me. You can't do a thing to me. Get the fuck out of here.
What are all these ICE agents doing? Someone said he was just trying to go to the restroom. What are they all... What? Why is everyone there? Ruben Gallego said, what U.S. citizen wants to go shopping on a Sunday and see armed masked men walking around? Target on a Sunday morning is not a war zone. Treating it like it is creates the tension you see here. Yeah. Then you have Mark Ruffalo at the Golden Globes speaking out and wearing a pin in honor of Renee Good.
Mark, what's the pin?
This is for Renee Nicole Good, who was murdered. We have a vice president who's lying about what's happening. We have we're in the middle of a war with Venezuela that we illegally invaded. He's telling the world that international law doesn't matter to him. The only thing that matters to him is his own morality. But the guy is a convicted felon or convicted rapist. He's a
civilly liable rapist.
Pedophile. He's the worst human being in the world. If we're relying on this guy's morality for the most powerful country in the world, then we're all in a lot of trouble. So this is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country, and what I'm seeing here happening is not America. It's just not.
Mark, why do you feel that this platform is still useful to spread a message like this?
Listen, I want to pretend like this is, I want to be here to celebrate, and I am here to celebrate, and I'm proud to have a Golden Globe nomination. But also, this is not normal anymore. And so I don't know how I could be quiet. And I'm feeling a little sick, so it's hard to BS right now. So.
I think absolutely well said. Some people took issue with the felon convicted rapist pedophile. So, just in the interest of clarity, convicted felon, civilly liable sexual abuser. So let's not get crazy here, okay? He's a perfectly fine guy. He's a perfectly fine guy, civilly liable sexual abuser. That part is true. And then pedophile, it's one of those things where you say, I guess you don't know he's a pedophile, but he is. Maybe. Some would say he is. Epstein sure would. Here is a good clip from James Tallarico kind of delivering in a more hopeful way a message in this moment, because I think it's easy for all of us, which is why I'm trying to today really bring, as difficult as it can feel to do, a little bit more positive energy just to pull all of us out of hopelessness. And he does it in a really nice way, given the dark era that we're in.
Renee Good should still be here. She was a beloved child of God with inherent value and infinite worth. She was murdered by her own government in broad daylight in what should be the greatest democracy on the planet. America needs us right now in her hour of need. She needs each of us to step up and fight for our most fundamental freedoms. Like many of you, I'm tempted by hopelessness. But then I look out on a crowd of neighbors who are giving up their Saturday to save their country. And then all of a sudden I feel a little bit of hope again. And a little bit of hope is a dangerous thing. The The fact that all of you are here means you haven't given in to hopelessness, and that means the bullies haven't won. The antidote to despair is action. Every door we knock on today is for Renee Good. Every voter we reach today is for Renee Good. And when we win this election and take back this country, it'll be for Renee Good.
So I think that's the way that you have to re-motivate yourself, because in times like this, where outlets are choosing editorial decisions like this, Renee Good, 6-year-old, attends social justice school that teaches about George Floyd, warned staffers to report ICE, like doxing the school that Renee Good's child, who now doesn't have a mother, goes to. And what relevance is that to us? Where the kid goes to school and what they teach at that school? Well, because of social justice, so probably she was really woke, so probably you shouldn't care, is what this headline is supposed to denote. It can be easy to just sink into hopelessness or rage. And I think sometimes rage can be counterproductive if it's not paired with motivation for change.